KPMG is trying to clean up its South African operations. CEO Trevor Hull has quit along with 7 other senior executives amid the Gupta Leaks scandal. Now, what does this mean for the professional standing of those implicated? Terence Nombembe from the South African Institute of Chartered Accountants joins us on News Now. Thank you for your time tonight. A couple of weeks ago, you announced that there were some steps that you were taking, complaints that had been opened, particularly with regards to state capture allegations and accountants that may have been complicit in such actions. Take us into your confidence. What are the processes that you're currently carrying out?
Thanks very much. It indeed is a continuation of the preview that the Institute had on all the incidents that have been in the public domain, to look at the extent to which the professional conduct has been tampered with or members have been at variance therewith. So what will follow as a general practice is to have another follow-up on the specific incidents, but working here with the firm concerned, KPMG in this case, and making sure that we also collaborate with the work that the regulator, Independent Regulatory Board of Auditors, is doing. So it's still going to be quite a long process, but it's a process that is important to do properly without necessarily duplicating or taking shortcuts.
And what then becomes the sanction at the end of this process? Will people be suspended? Will they lose their licenses to practice as accountants?
The general sanction regime that we have in this, if it's a matter that is dealt with at a professional conduct breach level, which is the lower level of consideration, it's normally up to about 250,000 per incident or offense. And obviously it can also go into a form of suspension as well. But if the matter goes into a disciplinary conduct level, which is a higher level, depending on its gravity, it can go up to 500,000 per incident as well. And there, the length of the suspension can be much longer.
As you listen to some of those that were, whose careers and reputations were damaged as a result of that report, we just had the former Finance Minister Pravin Gordhan on in the last half hour. To what extent do you think that KPMG should take responsibility for what has happened here? What's your reaction as SAICA?
I've read the statement that KPMG had issued. I think they were quite explicit and thorough in terms of the first outlook of what they will do. Obviously, this is an ongoing process that is important to deal with all the reputational matters that will be linked to this issue. And it's a matter that I think KPMG is more than capable of doing. And I think as a profession, we also have a responsibility to support our members in terms of what are the remedies that they potentially could consider as part of responding to this issue.
But do you not think that they're just trying to save face? I mean, one of the quotes there by the minister was that they were instruments of stealing public funds. That is a serious allegation.
It is an allegation that no doubt the firm is looking at and has looked at. And I think their response to that, in my view, reading their media statement, was appropriate. The fact that they've decided to withdraw the report and also dealt with the issues accordingly, I mean, as a first step, I think it's the right step. And this is a very detailed, difficult, and serious issue, which I've got no doubt that the firm is going to deal with it. I mean, going forward, they've just appointed a new CEO now who has got to work with the new structures, with the international firm, with other structures that may be coming from the profession, and SAICA included, by the way, to say how do we really remedy and deal with the protection of the reputation and integrity of the profession at large.
And how much of a dent has this caused to your profession as accountants?
It definitely is a dent. That's why we take it seriously. That's why I made the time to come here to register that issue and to also commit to a process that we'll have to follow and think about to say how do we now support the entirety of the profession to respond to this matter, and also how do we work with KPMG to make sure that the remedial actions going forward are appropriate to deal with this matter so that that dent is remedied going forward.
All right, and we'll certainly be keeping up to date to find out what is becoming of this process. Terence Nombembe, he is from the South African Institute of Chartered Accountants.
Police claim a troubled teenager is behind threats on ANC MP Makhosi Khoza's life. Minister Fikile Mbalula says investigators tracked down and arrested the 17-year-old in Cape Town last month. He feels this contradicts Khoza's suspicions that someone within the ANC is after her.
ANC MP Makhosi Khoza has repeatedly claimed her life is in danger after she supported a secret ballot in the no-confidence vote against President Jacob Zuma. Just last week, she skipped a party disciplinary hearing in Durban over her alleged ill discipline. Khoza felt the venue and time compromised her safety. Now the police minister says the death threats came from a troubled grade 10 pupil who was found with 12 SIM cards.
Of great public interest is the question raised by a particular Dr. Khoza who intimated